All India Radio presents Morning News. Good morning. I am Nishit Kumar. The headlines. Prime Minister Narendra Modi to distribute appointment letters to 71,000 newly inducted recruits in government departments and organizations today. Prime Minister to also attend DGP conference beginning today in New Delhi. India produces record over 5,000 lakh metric tons of sugarcane in sugar season 2021-22. Domestic air passenger traffic goes up by 47% last year compared to 2021. And India beat Wales 4-2 in the FIH Hockey Men's World Cup in Bhubaneswar. England enter quarterfinals defeating Spain 4-0. And now the news in detail. Prime Minister Narendra Modi will distribute nearly 71,000 appointment letters virtually today to the newly inducted recruits in government departments and organizations. He will also address these appointees on the occasion. The new recruits and selected candidates from across the country will join various positions and posts under the Government of India. The Prime Minister's office said the Rozgar Mela is a step towards the fulfillment of the commitment of the Prime Minister to accord highest priority to employment generation. It said the experience of newly inducted officials in learning from the Karma Yogi Prarambh module will also be shared during the Rozgar program. Prime Minister Narendra Modi will attend conference of the Directors General of Police of all states and Central Armed Police Force, which will begin today. The annual conference will be held at the Pusa Institute in New Delhi till the 22nd of this month. According to the sources, the meeting will deliberate on key issues which includes using technology for effective policing, maritime security, cyber security, war against drugs and improved border management. Since 2014, Prime Minister Modi has been taking a keen interest in the DGP conference organized by the Ministry of Home Affairs and Intelligence Bureau. He has been attending all sessions and encouraging free and informal discussions. BJP National President JP Nadda reached Varanasi last night on a two-day visit to Uttar Pradesh. Mr. Nadda was welcomed by Chief Minister Yogi Adityanath and State BJP President Bhupen Singh Chaudhary, along with other senior ministers, after arriving at Babatpur Airport in Varanasi last evening. This is his first visit to the state after getting extension as party president till 2024 Lok Sabha polls. The BJP president will address a rally in Ghazipur district today, which is seen as launch of party's campaign for next year's general elections. Our correspondent has more on Mr. Nadda's visit.
After offering prayers at Sri Kashi Vishwanath Temple, JP Nadda will reach Ghazipur to address a public meeting. Nadda will hold a meeting with BJP office bearers and workers also. Since a large number of residents of Ghazipur are in the army, BJP president is also expected to interact with the ex-servicemen here. The BJP has set a target of winning all the 80 Lok Sabha seats in Uttar Pradesh in the 2024 general elections. To achieve this goal, the party has especially focused on those 14 seats in the state it had lost in the last Lok Sabha polls. Among them, Ghazipur parliamentary seat is very important for the party, from where senior BJP leader Manoj Sinha lost the political battle in 2019 to Ejzal Ansari, brother of Mukhtar Ansari. Sushil Chandra Tiwari, AIR News, Lucknow.
India has emerged as the world's largest producer and consumer of sugar during the sugar season between October and September 2021-22. It has also become the world's second largest exporter of sugar after Brazil. During this sugar season 2021-22, India produced a record over 5,000 lakh metric tons LMT of sugarcane. About 3,574 lakh metric tons of sugarcane was crushed to around 394 lakh metric tons of sugar. Out of this, 36 lakh metric tons of sugar was diverted to ethanol production and 359 lakh metric ton sugar was produced by sugar mills. During 2021-22, the revenue of more than 20,000 crore rupees was made by sugar mills from the sale of ethanol. Union Jal Shakti Minister Gajendra Singh Shekhawat presided over a review meeting of the Har Ghar Nal Jal Yojana with top officials of Jharkhand in Ranchi yesterday. Chief Minister Hemant Soren also attended the meeting. Mr. Shekhawat stressed the effective implementation of the Har Ghar Nal Jal scheme and set a roadmap to achieve the target in the next year. The Union Minister said the central government is committed to ensure that the Har Ghar Nal Jal Yojana reaches every household.
देश भर में जल जीवन मिशन की घोषणा के उपरांत 16-17% जहां घरों तक पीने का पानी पहुंचता था, आज लगभग 57% के आंकड़े को हम पार कर चुके हैं। झारखंड राज्य में भी, क्योंकि राज्य की भौगोलिक परिस्थितियां, शुरुआती जो संकट थे, चुनौतियां थी, उनको पार करके अब काम की गति बढ़ी है। कुल 66 लाख कनेक्शंस जो देने हैं देश में, उसमें से लगभग 29-30% पर अब तक पहुंच चुका है।
Coal usage is now completely banned within the National Capital Region NCR, and it is no longer considered a permissible fuel. However, the thermal power plants are exempted from this order. The Commission for Air Quality Management has advised Coal India Limited CIL and the state governments of Haryana and Uttar Pradesh to ensure that coal is not allotted to suppliers of CIL operating in the NCR. The Commission has directed for the complete elimination of coal usage and other unapproved fuels for various operations across all sectors with effect from the 1st of this month. Union Youth Affairs and Sports Minister Anurag Singh Thakur has said that his ministry has sought an explanation from the Wrestling Federation of India on allegations by some top wrestlers of sexual harassment against WFI President Brij Bhushan Saran Singh. Mr. Thakur told media persons in Chandigarh that the Sports Ministry has directed the WFI to furnish a reply within 72 hours. He said government has taken a very serious view of the matter since it pertains to the well-being of athletes. This is All India Radio giving you the news. For quick news updates around the clock, follow us on our Twitter handle at AIR News Alerts. Welcome back. Domestic air passengers traffic registered an annual growth of over 47% during last year in comparison to the corresponding period of January to December 2021. The Directorate General of Civil Aviation stated in a report that passengers carried by domestic airlines during January to December 2022 were 1,232.45 lakh as against 838.14 lakh during the corresponding period of 2021. The DGCA said a total of 408 passenger-related complaints had been received by the scheduled domestic airlines during last month. The major reasons for complaints are flight problems and refunds. External Affairs Minister S. Jaishankar has said that India is committed to increase investment flows to Sri Lanka to hasten its economic recovery. Dr. Jaishankar said in a tweet that with his Sri Lankan counterpart Ali Sabri, he discussed cooperation in infrastructure, connectivity, energy, industry and health between the two countries. The External Affairs Minister is on a two-day visit to the island nation. Today, Dr. Jaishankar will meet Sri Lankan President Ranil Wickremesinghe and Prime Minister Dinesh Gunawardena. The visit comes at a time when Sri Lanka has been making efforts to obtain an extended fund facility from the International Monetary Fund. India has strongly condemned the reported vandalism of Hindu temples in Australia. Briefing media in New Delhi yesterday, External Affairs Ministry spokesperson Arindam Bagchi said India is aware that a couple of temples have recently been vandalized in Australia. He said the matter has been taken up with the Australian government.
We strongly condemn such actions. These actions have also been publicly condemned by Australian leaders, community leaders, and I think religious associations there. Our Consulate General in Melbourne has taken up the matter with the local police. We have requested expeditious investigation, action against the perpetrators, and of course measures to prevent such incidents in future. The matter has also been taken up with the Australian government both in Canberra and in New Delhi, and we are looking forward to the action that we have requested.
The spokesperson informed that the third Atal Bihari Vajpayee Memorial Lecture will be held on the 23rd of this month. He said External Affairs Minister Dr. S. Jaishankar will preside over the event. The Election Commission of India has sought report from Chief Secretary and Director General of Police of Tripura in a matter related to clash among supporters of two political parties at Jirania subdivision. The Commission has sought report by 3 p.m. today. In Kerala, the Higher Education Department has issued an official order allowing menstrual leave in all the universities under the department. The State Higher Education Minister R. Bindu also informed that maternity leave up to a maximum of 60 days has been granted to female students who have reached the age of 18. The world's longest river cruise, MV Ganga Vilas, is in Bihar en route to Dibrugarh via Bangladesh. 32 tourists from Switzerland are reveling the journey. The cruise has reached Kahalgaon, Bhagalpur. Our correspondent reports that the tourists will today visit Bhubaneswar Sthan and ruins of Vikram Shila University.
Tourists of the cruise will visit Bhubaneswar Sthan today. Once upon a time, Kahalgaon was known as Tapobhumi of Saint Guru Vasisht, Rishi Durvasa and Rishi Kohal had performed meditation here. Guru Vasisht had performed a special puja to Lord Shiva. After that, this place is known as Bhubaneswar Sthan. There is scenic beauty here. Tourists will also visit excavation site of Vikram Shila University. The university was famous as center of learning during the Pal dynasty. The university was established by the king Dharmpal in 8th century and Bakhtiyar Khilji had destroyed the university in 12th century. Krishna Kumar Lal, AIR News, Patna.
The US has said it would send hundreds of armored vehicles to Ukraine along with rockets and artillery shells as part of a $2.5 billion military assistance package. The US Defense Department said in a statement that the package includes Bradley fighting vehicles, Stryker armored personnel carriers, mine-resistant ambush-protected vehicles and high-mobility multipurpose wheeled vehicles. The latest assistance also includes additional ammunition for high-mobility artillery rocket systems, 8 Avenger air defense systems, tens of thousands of artillery rounds and about 2,000 anti-armor rockets. In total, the U.S. has committed more than $27.4 billion in security assistance to Ukraine since the conflict with Russia began in February last year. In France, at least 1.1 million people protested on the streets of Paris and other French cities yesterday amid nationwide strikes against the government's plans to raise the retirement age. However, President Emmanuel Macron insisted he would press ahead with the proposed pension reforms. French unions have announced new strikes and protests, vowing to try to get the government to back down on plans to push up the standard retirement age from 62 to 64. Paris police said 38 people were detained as a mass of people thronged the streets of the capital despite freezing rain. Retirees and college students were among the diverse crowd. In FIH Hockey Men's World Cup, India defeated Wales 4-2 at the Kalinga Stadium in Bhubaneswar yesterday. Earlier, while England beat Spain 4-0, the Netherlands trounced Chile 14-0. Malaysia beat New Zealand 3-2. 4 matches will be played today in the tournament. Australia will take on South Africa and France will clash with Argentina, while Belgium will take on Japan and Korea will clash with Germany. And now for a look at today's newspapers, it's over to Subhadra Ramachandran.
Thank you, Nishit. India for the first time daring to dream big, says Prime Minister, inaugurating various developmental projects in Mumbai and Karnataka is a front-page story in The Statesman. India wraps BBC for propaganda documentary on PM Modi, headlines The Pioneer. Army plans to promote 108 women to colonel rank is a top story in The Asian Age. India desires normal neighbourly relations with Pakistan, according to the Minister of External Affairs, says The Hindu. No Supreme Court relief for Google on CCI order as tech giant will need to uninstall preloaded apps on Android phones, says the Financial Express. And finally, cold wave eases. IMD predicts 6-day respite is a cover page story in Hindustan Times. And with that, it's back to you, Nishit.
Thank you, Subhadra. And now, before we end the bulletin, the headlines once again. Prime Minister Narendra Modi to distribute appointment letters to 71,000 newly inducted recruits in government departments and organizations today. Prime Minister to also attend DGP conference beginning today in New Delhi. India produces record over 5,000 lakh metric tons of sugarcane in sugar season 2021 and 22. Domestic air passenger traffic goes up by 47% last year compared to 2021. And India beat Wales 4-2 in the FIH Hockey Men's World Cup in Bhubaneswar. England enter quarterfinals defeating Spain 4-0. For details of these stories and more, log on to our website www.newsonair.gov.in and News on AIR app. And with that, we end the morning news. Have a nice day.